Hey guys, how are you doing? I'm Mr. Banana, and I'm here to tell you about Ice Crown Citadel. Yeah, that's right, it's coming out in a few days' time. We're gonna go in there, we're gonna kill the Lich King, we're gonna kill all the bosses, we're gonna get all the gear, and then we're going to blast! Yeah, let's get him! But wait a second, did I just hear that, Mr. Banana? You want to get into ICC and get gear and blast? Well, how are you gonna do that? You don't have any gold. Gold? What's that? Yeah, gold. Nowadays, in Wrath, you need gold to do almost anything. Whoa! You're telling me I can't go into the raids and blast without gold? No, Mr. Banana, there's no way that's gonna happen. But don't worry, I've got you. That's why I'm here. I'm gonna help you out and teach you how you can make all the gold in the world. Alright? How you can use gold to get all the gear. How you can blast like the rest of us. Alright, Mr. Banana, do you believe in me? Well, yeah, for sure. Alright then, let's get it. And you can get some gold too, and you can blast as well. So first, alright, leveling a character. Let's say you're coming back to WoW. ICC's coming out. Whoa, amazing, everybody's happy, cool, we gotta kill the Lich King again. Nostalgia. Alright, you need to level a character. Now there's many ways you can level a character. You can spam dungeons with the new random dungeon finder that's coming out. You can just sit in dungeon finder and spam dungeons all day, every day. But if you want to make some gold while doing it, and if you want to experience the game while doing it, simply questing will net you probably around 20k gold if you level from 0 to 80, right? And if you just want to if you want to do dungeons up to like level 70, you probably or if you want to do dungeon up to level 70, the journey from 70 to 80 alone from just questing non-stop will net you probably around 10,000 gold. Right, that's a pretty decent amount of money that you could use to make more gold if you want to. Right, and also while you're leveling, what you can do is you can also get gathering professions. Right, so a lot of the times, especially old world materials, tend to be really expensive because nobody wants to go out and farm them. Right, they're all in Wrath of the Lich King. Nobody wants to go out and farm mithril ore, spending hours farming mithril ore to level up engineering. They're just going to buy it from the auction house. So things like that are incredibly overpriced. Right, so if you have the patience and dedication, especially while you're leveling and while you're questing, you can find hundreds of these ores around. You can make literally thousands of gold from just mining, for example, picking up herbs, and yeah, right. And not only that, what I would recommend that you could do as well is that you can download an add-on called Auctionator. Now, with Auctionator, if you scan the auction house, right, and you're looking at your Gathering Professions tab, what you can do is you can see the difference between the cost, for example, for mining, you can look at the difference between the cost of the ore and the bar, right? So sometimes there are, depending on the market, there are some ores that are just, it's better to sell as ore. There's some that it's better to smelt into bars and sell it as bars, right? Because the profit margins tend to be insane. For example, when I was leveling my mining and my warlock, I noticed that there was about a 4 gold difference between the ore and the bar, right? So I just bought every single ore on the auction house. I went to the smelter, I smelted into bar, I listed on the auction house, I made like 2k gold. This was a lot of money. I had like literally less than 1k gold at that point, so I was pretty happy with that. Um, and you can do similar things with pretty much all of the ores if you got the auctionator, depending on the server that you're in, depending on the time that you're selling on. You'll be able to see things that you can make quite a decent amount of profit just from buying the ore at the auction house and then smelting it into bars. Right? And another piece of advice, well, if you're going to do gathering professions, I would recommend downloading an add-on called GatherMate. GatherMate can just show you all of the nodes around and give you a full-on pathway that you can follow, a full pathway that you can follow to get the most optimized route for a bunch of the nodes that you're farming. Uh, yeah, these are all the methods previously of the ones Blizzard want you to know about, the ones Blizzard want you to do, making characters, playing the game, doing professions, all of that. But that's not for some people, right? Some people, they just want to make that gold real fast. They want to put in a few hours of effort and walk out with a bunch of gold and go straight to the gold chariot, right? Well, let me tell you about the way you got to do that, all right? Well, that's right. All you got to do is lead your own raid. It's not that hard, to be honest. Right? You just get a bunch of random people off the trade chat. You list your group. You find some gamers.
and you go into that raid altogether. Nowadays in Trial of the Crusader, you can just make a normal run, right? It's really, really easy at this point. Everybody knows what they're doing. And I'm going to tell you a little secret here, right? In every single raid, there's always at least 3 or 4 people that want to raid lead for you. You rarely have to do the raid leading yourself, right? If that's what scares you, especially in these normal raids. It's going to be a little different in ICC, but don't worry, I'm here for you for that, guys. All right. Now, how do you make these gold? In Trial of the Crusader, right? You can just go do a normal run. Trophies are going to drop. At the end, you G-bid them. What is G-bid? G-bid is where you make people that need loot bid gold on the loot, and you get the gold. You get all the gold. That's the beauty of it. The raid sees nothing. You're helping them, if anything. You're allowing them to bid and use their gold to get the items they want. And in return, you keep all of the gold. It's really genius, honestly, if you ask me. So, go and do that. Give it a try. See what happens. You never know. There's so many people. There's so much competition. The only problem is that you got to invest a little bit of time. You got to spend spamming that macro in trade chat. Right? You got to list that group. It could take up to 2-3 hours to make a group. But by God, it takes like less than an hour to clear the raid, and you will make more gold than you will have like 7 characters, all right? If you get lucky, right? If you get unlucky, then yeah, it's kind of fucked up, all right? But you try this out on a few characters a week. You're chilling. Wait for ICC to come out. During ICC, start G-bidding Primordial Serenades, G-bidding everything people need. Shadowborn Fragments. Let them bid it out week by week, right? See what happens. But just by making these raids, you can make some gold. But I know they can be pretty scary. I know they can be pretty intimidating. But fear not. That's why I'm here for you guys. I'm gonna be making another video on how you can lead each and every one of these raids, how you can lead every raid to success and victory, and more importantly, how you yourself can make gold. All right. But now I know some of you guys are smart. Some of you guys think far into the future. Right? We all know Cataclysm is going to come out. Cataclysm is going to be announced very soon. Right? And with Cataclysm comes Transmog. Now there's some Transmog, such as Conqueror pieces. You know all those blood elves, all those humans, all those females, right? The incredibly slutty Transmog. Yeah, you know they're going to pay a fortune for it. So go out, farm AQ20, farm AQ40, try and find any piece of Conqueror gear that drops and make some money. Or there are different kind of weapons, different kind of old dungeons. Go to Ultima, you can get the Fez hat. People usually buy that for a lot. Jindo sword, I know I have 2 of them in my bank waiting for Kata to launch. You never know, it could cost 100k, 200k when it comes out. People are going to want the best looking sword in the game. And if you want it, I'll give it to you for a discount. Yeah, by the way, 70k right now. Right? But just go out there, farm some Transmog, keep them in your bank, wait for Kata to be announced, and you know those prices are going to skyrocket. Right? And those are some methods, some easy methods you can do, guys. Right? You can make some money here and there, lots of ways. Just playing the game, you can make some money, make a raid, you'll make a lot of money, right? Farm some Transmog, invest in the future, play the auction house. There's so many different ways you can make gold in this game. And these are just a few, right? How?
Wow, Tenchi! That's amazing! I can actually do all of that and make that amount of gold. I can't wait to go and make my own raids now. Thank you so much for all of that information. You're amazing. Wow.
No, stop it. Stop it, Mr. Banana. You're amazing. So, I'm going to tell you a little secret just because of how good you were. I'm going to tell you the real secret of every gold maker's strategy of making gold, alright? Do you want to make so much gold, the highest gold per hour anybody can ever make? That's right, Mr. Banana. All you have to do is join twitch.tv/tenchi1, hit the follow button and type !chew and join the daily, weekly, bi-weekly giveaways whenever I feel like it, multiple times a day, 1 time a day, a few times a week, whenever. Alright, we do giveaways all the time, giving out gold to anybody. So be smart. Join twitch.tv/tenchi1, hit that follow button, boys and girls and bananas. Alright. Signing off.